There's a problem that no one talks about, but millions of men live with every day. It's not depression, it's not being broke or being awkward, it's being invisible. Not bullied or hated or rejected loudly, just being unseen. If you're a quiet, smart, introverted guy, but you feel like you don't exist socially, then this is the perfect video for you. So, what does being invisible actually mean in this context? I mean, when people don't even acknowledge you when you walk into a room, or you speak but no one reacts. You're always being overlooked by others, constantly feeling like you have to prove yourself. Your whole life, you've never felt like this guy with gravitas or presence. It's not like people dislike you. It's actually worse. They don't even register that you exist. When people see you, they don't really think about you. You're just kind of there. Now, a lot of people are going to call you shy or awkward or introverted, but I don't think that's necessarily true for you. You see, shyness is social fear, and awkwardness is social incompetence. And being introverted is where your social battery will drain much quicker than other people. Whereas when you're invisible, it's simply that you have a low presence and signal. You're not socially broken. You've simply got a very low signal and presence, so people won't notice you. So, what do I actually mean when I say presence and signal? Signal is what your body communicates before you even speak. That could be things like your posture, your frame, the way you hold yourself, the tone of your voice, how good your eye contact is. The world does not respond to who you are inside first. It's going to respond to the person that you project outwards. If your presence and signal is low, then your personality won't even get a chance to be showcased. Before you speak, your body has already introduced you. So, what actually caused you to feel so invisible in the first place? The causes of this are all aspects of the modern life that we now live. A sedentary life where you have no physical challenge daily. You might have a weak posture, a weak way of moving through the world. You've replaced things digitally, such as progress or validation. You get this from video games instead of the real world. You have no masculine tests. You don't play sports. You have no competition to compete with other men and prove that you're actually better. So, of course, you're not going to feel very present or physically dominant. You're also wrapped up fully in this comfort culture where you're convinced that you need to be comfortable no matter what. You need to stay safe, not hurt anyone or yourself. Don't take up too much space. This modern life is producing men that are mentally impressive, but physically forgettable. All of this affects smart, introverted guys the hardest by far. Smart guys tend to retreat inwards and live inside their heads. You build your skills privately and you try to avoid exposure. You have a really high cognitive load, which is going to drain your mental energy. Your long hours at your desk shrink your body, make you feel weaker. You overthink everything, which destroys your action. And you're so dedicated to perfectionism that you can't be consistent with anything. The smarter you are, the easier it is to simply disappear into your own mind. Invisibility is a self-reinforcing cycle. You have low presence, which means you're ignored by others. You're ignored by others, which means you have less confidence. You have less confidence, which means you withdraw and hide. You hide, which means you have less practice socially. You have less social practice, which means your presence and signal go down, and it repeats. Invisibility is not a personality trait, it's simply a feedback loop. So, what is the true cost of staying invisible? You're going to stop approaching women. You're going to stop trying to make new friends. You're going to stop trying to speak up at work. You're going to start hiding behind your productivity, feeling like you're doing a good job, but inside you'll be socially deprived. You're going to become hateful, resentful over time, over many years, until you live this bitter life where you wish you had done things differently when you were younger. The scariest thing isn't even being rejected. It's living a life where you were never even considered. However, we can fix this before it's too late. There are two parts to fixing this. The solution is not to become loud or to fake confidence. It is to become physically undeniable. You are going to correct your posture. You're going to correct the tone of your voice, your eye contact, and you're going to build muscle in areas that indicate strength and confidence, such as the neck, the traps, the shoulders, the back. Your physique is not vanity, it's simply a way of increasing your visibility. Part two of the solution is even more important, and that is your identity. Often your identity will lag behind the physical results that you've gotten. So imagine that you've gotten your dream body, you look incredible, but your mindset, your identity still sees you as that skinny fat guy who can't talk to girls, so he plays video games in the dark. Then imagine how much harder it would have been to get those physical results. You need to see yourself initially as the guy that can achieve before you actually achieve anything. You must decide early on a new identity before you try and make these physical changes. If you feel invisible right now, you're not broken. You're not too late. You don't need to stay invisible forever. I talk about this daily on Instagram. I work one-on-one with engineers who feel invisible and want to build up their presence with their physique and mindset. DM me engineer on Instagram and I'll walk you through one-on-one how I would approach your transformation. You don't have to become someone else. You simply have to become visible. Thank you very much for watching.